Corey at random. We're going to go live. I'm going to try to go live about every Monday night. I get people that ask me questions about where did I come up with some of the ideas for the videos, how did we make some of them. So I thought today on Monday nights we'll come on, and if we have something interesting that we've done that I think is interesting, then we'll talk about it and we'll go do that live. So if you're into that, be sure to watch us every Monday night. I got off without my microphone today, so hopefully you guys can hear me okay. Fingers crossed that you can. So, okay, I'm going to talk about the video that we did actually yesterday, and it was the world's most dangerous taser gun was the video that we did. If you haven't seen it, we designed it to make it look like a duet. So we wanted to make it look like a normal duet, and if you're watching it, then boom, it was going to turn into where the other person that I was duetting was actually going to cross into my camera, into my space, for the shock of why it was done that way. Now, when we were originally thinking about doing it, okay, how do we want to do it? We thought about maybe a confetti cannon, like he was messing with a confetti cannon and shot it in my face. And I don't know that I really wanted to take a confetti cannon shot to the face. Then we thought, okay, so maybe water, but we want, or then we thought maybe like a pie with shaving cream, and I get smacked in the face. We thought that would be good, and we were trying to figure out where were we going to film it. Okay, we'll film it inside the house. Are we going to get shaving cream all over? So we thought maybe water, maybe we can film it outside, and so we started working with it that way. Okay, then maybe I can get shot with water. So we were looking at maybe leaf blowers blowing stuff. We were trying to figure out, okay, what's going to be the thing that's he's going to do that's going to affect me, that's going to be like big shock. Well, it was Saturday night, Sunday at noon, Sunday at lunch, and it was Nash and Bella were showing me some different things in TikTok. We always share filters, and they showed me Thor and the Thor filter, where the second you open your mouth, all the lightning bolts come out. I thought, that's it. That's exactly it. So what we'll do is, my buddy's name is David. We'll have David pretend he has a taser gun, and then we're going to have him shoot me with the taser gun across the duet screen. So that's what we decided. So I went to Target first. I didn't know what I wanted the taser gun to look like. I went to Target, I think, at first, and I bought a thermometer, a cooking thermometer, and that didn't look quite right. And then we went over to, I think we were at Marshall's, somewhere like that. We were shopping, and I found just some mascara. It was like $4. So, okay, that's it. It's going to be mascara. It's going to be a woman's self-defense. That's even better. That's great. And then, so they got home, and David was coming over a little bit later that evening. And then what we did is we prepped the car. So we wanted to make sure that we're duetting, but we didn't want the car, you could tell that. We did not want that to happen. It's funny, I did a duet with Edwin McCain. That's one of my favorite singers of all time. Absolutely love Edwin McCain. He's fantastic. I know you know some of his songs, but I did a duet with him because he was talking about going to the Old Opry, and it almost looked like we're wearing the same color shirt on accident. We're both in our cars, and it almost looked like we were side by side. And that's what made me think, oh, you know what? Let's do this in the car. If we just change the angles just a little bit, we should be fine. So we decided, okay, we're going to shoot this thing in the car. I had a big TV box. We'd bought a TV last year sometime. I don't know why we didn't get rid of the box. So I got a big TV box. So if you look at that video, you see on David's side, we put David in the driver's seat. There's a big box, but it doesn't go all the way into my view. And you think we accomplished that because we're at a little bit of an angle, but to be honest with you, we are at a little bit of an angle, but you would still see that box. So we actually cut the box in half. We put it in here, we measured it with a line, and then we cut the box in half so that it's on this side, but it doesn't go into my side. Put another box there as well. Didn't want you to see that we're still in the Alfa Romeo. So took a hoodie and put it over the driver's seat. I think it was a pink one. Put it over the driver's seat, and then that had David was going to be in this side, and that made it look just enough that it was going to be. We also put the car in an area where there was plenty of shadow, like I have right now. There's plenty of shadow covering the driver's seat, so David looked like he had different lighting than I did. So when you go back and watch it, notice that we have it set so there's light coming through trees. My light's not as strong. It's not as rich. In fact, it causes everything to fade out just a little bit, and so we did that on purpose. So now you've got two distinctive looking things. So, okay, so now we got the car set up. So we go back in the house, and his family came over, and they're all kind of sitting at the kitchen table, and I'm like, okay, here's what we're going to do. So we sat on the couch, and we did it. And I said, okay, you're going to talk about this as, what is this? And I'm going to be like, oh, wait, that's that dangerous taser gun. We were going to try to set that up, the hook. And he and then he goes, this isn't just mascara. This is a taser gun. So we went through it, and I said, okay, when you make a sound, like he was playing with it, we tried a couple of times, but I couldn't hear the pop of what the mascara is going to sound like. So I said, when you open it, make a sound. So when he goes that's when I react and grab my neck. And then when I start screaming, now because we're using the Thor filter, if I open my mouth at any time, I'm going to be hit with lightning bolts. Also, my eyes are very blue in that filter. So I tried to back myself, I put my seat way back, and when I'm talking, if you watch in that, I'm covering my mouth a lot. So I can talk a little bit, but if I was to talk too much, it would open up. So I have to make sure and cover my mouth. So I'm covering my mouth, making sure I don't accidentally do that, and cause that to happen. Hey man, yeah, how you doing, Robert? Good to see you, man. Talking about doing movies. That's exactly right. We're talking about doing some reels and how I did these movies. So good to see you, buddy. Yeah, that was at the premiere of what Cherokee Creek, if I remember correctly. Yeah, that was awesome. I got to be a producer on Cherokee Creek. If you're into really crazy, zany movies, man, you got to check that one out. I think it's on back on Amazon, I believe. So I had to make sure. Yeah, Cherokee Creek. That's right, Robert. That's awesome. That's awesome. I went on set a couple of days. That was a fun. Bigfoot is not happy about a bachelor party that's happening on set, so he decides to do something about it. As you can imagine, chaos ensues with that. But so back on this, so I have to keep my mouth covered, and the second that I start screaming, that's when the lightning bolts hit me. So if you watch that, you'll see the lightning bolts are hitting me, and I'm screaming. That's when David crosses, not really the fourth plane, but he crosses into my side, and we have a screw. We just found a screw, and he was pretending to get that out, and then he pulls that out. And the second he pulls that out and backs away, then I close my mouth, and I kind of keep my hand over my mouth a little bit so that the Thor filter doesn't pop back in, and all of a sudden I am covered with lightning bolts. And then he goes across. Now, we had two cameras. We had two phones. We were shooting on two phones. So I had one here just like this for David, and we had one on my side for me. I had to angle it a little bit, so even though we cut that TV box in half, I didn't want it to show on my camera. That would destroy the whole effect. So I had to tilt a little bit. So when David comes across, you almost think that maybe we shot it two different times, but we didn't. It was one continuous shot all the way across. And so when he comes across, it has a little bit of a gap. I would have preferred it to have been just like him sitting here and his hand come across, but we couldn't quite cheat it that way, the way we did it. So we used one microphone. That's the microphone I forgot today, but I have a wireless microphone that plugs into my phone, uses this right here, and the other is a lapel mic. We put it on, so we recorded all the sound into David's camera, right? So we're using I say camera, but phone. We were using two cameras. So we put all of, hey Colin, how you doing, buddy? We put all of M Brown 101, good to see you. We put all the sound into just the one camera. And so then we filmed it, and we filmed it perfect the first time. Nailed it. Hey, Larry Taylor. And I forgot, when you're doing a filter, I had messed up and put my microphone into my camera, which was over there, that had the Thor filter, and I screwed up, so I didn't turn my mic on, and all it had was the lightning bolts from Thor. So shoot. So okay, we saw that. So then we had to reset real quick, and we shot it again, and it worked great the second time too. So we put that together. Then sat down to edit it. So filming into TikTok, it reverses it. I'm sure there's a way to fix that, but it mirrors it. So when we put it in, we start editing. I use KineMaster. That's KineMaster. If I'm not editing directly into the TikTok app, I'll use KineMaster to edit it outside, because that still allows me to do these portrait videos. So then we put it in there, and then when we stuck it together, he's going towards me, but then I'm going the wrong way. And so then we had to mirror that within the editing platform. Then I took a screenshot of a TikTok duet, and then I made sure to size the videos we were putting over it, his and mine, over that size. So when you go into TikTok and you pull it up, it looks like a normal duet. And then we put that together, and then the Thor sound didn't come across quite enough, so we found an electrification sound, and we put that over. So when I get turned on, when the juice hits me, then that happens, and and then I've got that sound of that electricity. Now, what's funny, if you watch it, if you're watching the video, David opens his mouth so much when he's leaning over trying to get the barb out of my neck. He opens up, his eyes light up, which is funny because it happens when he touches me, which almost feels like the taser gun is traveling through both of us, which for me, I think that's absolutely hilarious that it happened that way. So from the time we sat down and got the car ready, got the boxes ready, wrote what we needed to write, shot it, edited it, yeah, okay, well, close enough. And then we put it up, then we took us about an hour. So it was less than an hour, I would say, all the way across to dream it up, to put it together, to practice it real quick, and to film it. It took us about an hour. And I tell you what, for me, I think everybody asks me, what's your favorite video that you make? And I'm like, it's the next one. Like, the next one's always my favorite. My last one's usually my favorite. But this duet, you got to go look at my profile and look at World's Most Dangerous Taser Gun. That's probably one of my favorite videos because it's just, I don't know. To me, it was really creative. I thought we were really creative. I thought we both acted really well in it. I thought it came off really well. It's nice to have an idea and it come off that way. So I'm sure we'll dream up something crazy, zany, and stupid for the rest of this week and make those videos. And then what we'll do is we'll come back next Monday night and we will talk about how we pulled that off or why we came up with what we did. And if you see videos that you like that I've done and you want more information about how we pulled that off or how we did it, be sure to leave me a message or DM me something like that, and I'll try to answer those questions on Monday nights when we go live. So, and again, thank you guys so much for watching the videos, for sharing them. I'm having a blast. I am part of the Creator Fund. If you guys want to know how much money do you make and all that, I'll be happy to go over that as well. I may do that on some of the other platforms as well. We're trying to navigate this one and make that happen. So having a really good time, and I love sharing how I'm doing it and what I'm doing. And it surprises me what hits. I've got the video that talks about the Hooters when they offered to give the waitresses, whoever sold the most beer would win a Toyota. And then when the girl all month long had done the best, went to the parking lot to get her Toyota, they gave her a Star Wars toy Yoda, and she sued. That video is over 600,000 views and quite a bit of interaction. Most people tell me it's an old story, and it was 2001, so it was definitely an older story, but it still hit. So I always tell everybody, if you have an idea, go with it. You got to put it out there and see what people like, and if they like it, then you can tailor make your videos for that. And to what your audience is, but you just don't know until you throw some videos out there. My channel is called Corey at Random, so my videos are so random. I really hurt myself as far as being able to grow a channel because it's not consistent. I used to do cars. People used to just cars, but I'm wanting to do so much more and share some different ideas, like we did with the duet, the most dangerous duet. So I want to make sure that I get a chance to make some crazy things. So if you're watching my channel, you're watching some random stuff. Apologize. You never know. We still get some Hot Wheels and cars in there too. So, all right. Thank you all again. We will see you next Monday. We'll go live again. Bye.